how do we boost our stem cells naturally? Y'all know, like last week we did a reset program here. So we did a fast for our fasting mimicking diet. I'm gonna come back to that. We did a fast for 5 days, and what they show when they study that is that your stem cells are going to shoot up during that period, and then they do kind of start to come down after. But if we're doing that, and during that period, that say 10-day window around a fast or a reset program like we're doing here, if you're doing some activities to get your joints moving and to kind of be working out, you're going to send stem cells to specific areas. So look, this is early stage stuff, but I think there's potential there to say, hey, if I've had some joint arthritis, can I do, in the beginning, 3 months in a row where I do a reset and get all those stem cells and repair those joints as much as I can. And then once a quarter, do a reset program that combines that fast to produce stem cells. We combine our reset with cryotherapy for the same reason. It shoots stem cells up if you do it in kind of sequence, so day after day. And can we actually get very, very deep repairing if you're doing that stuff? So that's what we're looking at from like, how do I actually repair those joints? And if you're just doing a water only fast, so you're just drinking water and you're doing that for some period of time and you're not putting any nutrients in, your body's going to have to get all of its nutrients from inside. Some of those nutrients are used to keep your hormone levels high, your inflammatory levels low. And if we're doing a water only fast, it's a really good thing. I mean, you're still making your body go into autophagy so that it's actually clearing out all those damaged cells. But it is tough on you. I think a lot of people, if you try a water only fast to not have any nutrients in there, you're going to go through some pretty significant kind of detoxing and you're not getting any nutrients in. So the first time or two that you do that, it's going to be pretty tough on you. A fasting mimicking diet like we use, which was studied and developed by Dr. Valter Longo, who is the researcher at USC. He's come up with like that precise line of nutrients that you need to feel good and keep all your hormones and all your levels balanced, but not kick you out of fasting state. And so when you're in that situation, you're eating, I mean, like you have your bar in the morning. If y'all weren't following me last week, like y'all saw, I put that at lunch, and then you have a few soups and snacks throughout the day so that you feel pretty good the whole time, if you're eating that stuff, but you're not kicking your body out of fasting state. And so that's what we're saying. You're mimicking the fasting state while you're eating some food. That's nice because, look, we've talked about it a lot. I've had probably 400 people go through this reset program and use Prolon as part of it. And for the most part, every single person has been able to finish it. So look, is it simple? No, but it's not supposed to be. We're doing a lot of really, really deep mechanisms inside the body to get you healthier. And so, there's a bit of an effort that comes along with that, but it is much more beneficial to get something in that situation. And so the mimicking is a lot easier for everyone across the board to do it. I think people who've had blood sugar issues can do that much easier. People who have diabetes can do that, and it's actually been shown to help reverse diabetes if they're following that and they're doing it repeatedly. And so that's something that I also want to say for a lot of people who are considering doing a reset. The real research that Dr. Longo put out was done where people did the reset or did the Prolon, 5 days, took a month off, did it another 5 days, took a month off, and did it another 5 days. So look, we're not in 5 days to clear out all the cell stress and damage and inflammation that has been created in our body from years and years. That would be nice, but that's not realistic. So what his studies have shown is that we need to do it repeatedly to actually get to those benefits. So that's a good point. Like for people who come in and need healing and have had significant issues and they need our most robust advanced healing program, that's what we tell them. Look, over a 3-month period, you need to do this reset 3 times. So do it for 5 days, a month apart. You need to be working in the cryotherapy and infrared therapy because that's going to rejuvenate all those cells and help your body clear all those damaged cells out. The best resource for where you can find some of that stuff, go to acadianapain.com/reset. Work through some of those videos that we've put on there. We've got some information on some of that stuff. You can also go to prolon.com. I believe it's prolon.com. It might be Prolon FMD, but you can look up Prolon and Dr. Longo, Longo, and he's got some really, really good information. He's given a lot of talks that are very beneficial for people if you want to hear the science side of it. What was the research done? So they've shown some amazing things on that 3-month period where people did it 3 months apart. Inflammatory levels just went down dramatically. Stem cell count got better. Blood sugar got better, markers of diabetes, markers of cell stress, things that led to like Alzheimer's, markers of cancer got better. So his research on that, you can go look. He's done quite a few repeated research studies, are really, really impressive. And they're doing a lot of research as we speak. He's kind of lucky. He has a lab of graduate students coming through. So for them to graduate, they have to help him out with a research study. So he's always got research coming out on this stuff. So he's a great resource too. I would listen to some of his information, and we've got an episode coming out in audio form, which y'all will hear me talk about very soon, that dives a lot into the effects of fasting on your health, on your blood levels. When you do these things, you can start to almost think of you as an experiment, and we can start experimenting on our health. And like, if I take this, do I feel better? But also, does that affect my cells and my aging and my antioxidant levels to whatever degree? We can only know that stuff if we're starting to test it. But if you're doing that, I think the benefits are just massive on what your health can eventually be. So I'm a big fan of that. But fasting is a great way. You know, you're going to activate all those hormetic stresses, and you're going to really benefit a lot from an inflammatory and healing and stem cell standpoint. If you're not up for a water only fast, Prolon is the best way I have seen so far for someone to actually do it. I've had quite a few patients who were like, I'm just going to, prepare my own foods and kind of fast. And every one of them that has said they were going to do that said that, they cheated in some form or fashion. And they probably didn't even use the word cheat, but I'm telling you, they cheated. They saw some almonds. A handful of almonds is not going to affect me. And I think that's the problem, is that if you in Prolon, you take your day one box, and if it's not in that box, you're not getting it in your body. And so that makes it very simple. It's very easy to follow in that way. If you're having to say like, I need to prepare my own foods and I can only have this amount, that gets kind of tough. That makes it hard on us. So Prolon is price wise, I think for a 5-day period is tough if we think about it in terms of food. If we think about it in terms of benefit, what you're getting out of that, then I think it's absolutely worth it. And somebody asked me about it this week, another practitioner, and I was saying, like, one, I think that keeps people honest. If you pay for it, you're going to follow through with it. I bought it. I want to get the benefits out of it. And two, you're funding Dr. Longo's research. Nobody takes a salary off of that. That goes straight into studying this stuff more, which hopefully means, we can help more people.